times have come. Here, but now they're gone. Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind or the sun or the rain. We can be like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Baby, take my hand. Don't fear the reaper. You'll be able to fly. Valentine is done. Here, but now they're gone. Romeo and Juliet are together in eternity. Romeo and Juliet and women every day. And Juliet and women every day. Like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Baby, take my hand. Don't fear the reaper. You'll be able to fly. Don't fear the reaper. Baby, I'm your man. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Blood on their hands, a serpent's breath, four shadows left in a house of death. A pack of wolves in a kangaroo court. Truth gets lost in a locked report. Moscow after midnight, blood on the rail. Every liar's hand on the killer's veil. The truth's a ghost in a phantom crowd. No one's innocent with silence this loud. Frat boys swear on a broken vow. Pi Beta whisper she lied anyhow. They're gonna get you said where the cameras sink. When timelines converge, don't blink. Moscow after midnight, blood on the rail. Every liar's hand on the killer's veil. The truth's a ghost in a phantom crowd. No one's innocent with silence this loud. The Orient's knife, the driver's call. Grub truck Mac for the students' fall. They fed pain a name, they fed him a lie. The hangman's rope fits the one innocent guy. Moscow after midnight, blood on the rail. Every liar's hand on the killer's veil. The truth's a ghost in a phantom crowd. Everyone is guilty with silence this loud.
Good evening, my beautiful crime family, and I'm back on this Friday night. Finally, Friday. TGIF. Yes, finally. I'm hoping you can hear me all right and everything. There's always something new going on. Um, we're going to get into Bethany's interview, and then we're going to get into the theory, and then we're going to get into what's coming on Once Upon a Crime Time. I want to thank Outcast. Everybody knows Outcast, or if you don't, his link is in the description. I got this video from him. It was a little bit low, so I went in and I boosted the volume on it. Just downloaded it. So, but it did come from Outcast, so I thank him for that. And I don't know where it originally came from. I'm not sure, because I think I seen Zab Girl have it on even a couple hours before that. So I don't know who got it. But anyway, that's what we're going to look at. And I'm sure a lot of you probably have seen it already. I'm not sure. But first, I want to say hi to my beautiful crime family down the rabbit hole to hell. Good to see you. Leah, my girl, good to see you. Debbie Ann, good to see you. Sherry Urban, good to see you. Snow Leopard, good to see you. Debbie Gazzardo, my girl, good to see you. Crime Spy, good to see you. Joey, good to see you. Rooster Possum, good to see you. Michelle Weddle, good to see you. Bianca, my girl, good to see you. And Leo, good to see you. I seen somebody up here. Okay, where? I'm looking for somebody here. Helen, I think. Yeah, Helen McGlynn from Ireland. Good to see you. Yeah, I like it when the people from other countries come in. And we get them from all over, too. And anyway, hi to everybody that's chatting out there and to the non-chatters alike. Latitude, good to see you. Snow Leopard. Angela, good to see you. Yeah, and to everybody out there. Always good to see everybody. And chatting away. Randy, for my brother, good to see you. Haley, good to see you. And anyway, so here, let's take a peek at what we're going to be getting into. This isn't going to be a real long Friday night. I have Subway on my mind. I'm going to take my grandson out and we're going to get something to eat. So, won't be a real long video. And that's why I started a little bit earlier too. So, but anyway, let's take a peek at the real interview with Bethany live. So here we go.
First and foremost, if you could just take a deep breath for me, babe. I understand this is stressful, okay? All I want to do is try and get an idea of what you heard, what you saw, and any timeline, any information that you can give us so that we can try and figure out what happened, okay? So just take a deep breath for me. I know this isn't going to be easy. We'll kind of go from there, okay? Can I get your name? What's your first name? What's your middle initial? And your last name? And your date of birth?
2003.
And you live there at 1122 King Road?
Yeah.
What's the phone number for you?
And what state you mentioned about?
Nevada.
Nevada. Do you have your phone here with you? Okay. So what we're going to be doing is taking people's phones for a little while. We're going to try and, so because I don't know if you called anyone or made any phone calls or anything like that. What we do in an investigation like this is we try and collect as much information as we can. Okay, anything that might be small, you may not think is important for us to find out what happened, but is very crucial. So taking something off your phone might be extremely useful for us, even if it's something that you don't realize, okay? And we'll try to get that phone back to you as fast as we can. Okay, is that okay with you? Okay, so this is your phone here?
Yeah, can I tell my mom?
That's fine, that's your phone number. Yep. And then what I'm gonna need is your passcode from your phone, or here between the two of us, we can even turn off your passcode, okay?
How do you take off? Oh.
You can do that? Okay. And if it won't let you do it, that's fine. You can just give me or tell me what your passcode
I
is.
just don't know my.
Okay, what is your passcode? And what type of...
Can I call my mom text me real quick?
Alright, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. Any social media you have, like Facebook or anything? Do you have any other social media type
I
sites?
had
Talking about her social media. Yeah, of course, Randy, there's a lot of redactions. But I could hear that you're talking about what other social medias that she had. That's why they're redacting. Right, Anza? Yes, Joby. Yes, it's Bethany.
Alright. So we're going to kind of go back and try and get a little...
This is Bethany's actual interview. And if you notice the time on here, it's 13:53. It's November 13th. So this is the day. And at 13:53, which would be what, 3:53 in the afternoon.
A little bit of the timeline, okay? So what did you guys do last night?
Let me see something here. I gotta check something out here. Okay, I'm just checking that time.
group. What is
Ethan was in the house, so was Anna.
so you're with
One of them is my roommates, and one of them is her boyfriend.
Okay. So you're with Ethan
And Xana.
Xana?
Mm-hmm.
Can you spell that for me?
X-A-N-Y. Or A-N-A, sorry.
X-A-N-A.
N-A.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just trying to. Sometimes it helps me put names together. So you were with Ethan and Xana last night.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. She sounds a lot more genuine than Dylan did. That's for sure. In my opinion, anyway, I'd like to know what you guys think. But she sounds a lot more genuine. Even when she's crying, her crying sounds more genuine. When she's talking, she sounds more genuine. That's my opinion.
And do you know Ethan's last name?
Cuban. I don't know how to
Right,
spell
crime solver.
That's fine. And Xana's last name?
Criminal.
Do you know how to spell it?
I think it's K-E-R-N-O. Maybe another O-D-L-E or something like that.
Okay. Okay, so you're within the same. What time did you guys get the second guys also?
Around 8 something. Maybe 8:30.
So 8:30 p.m.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. And prior to that, were you guys just at your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you left from your house.
Ethan was that formal because he went with his sister because she didn't have a date. And then
Okay.
we were just hanging out at our house. And then he came over and then we all walked over together.
So he went to a formal with his sister. Ethan did. Went to a formal with his sister because she didn't have a date.
Okay, so that was you, Ethan, Xana. Was there another person with you? Or just the three of you that
Maddie
walked over?
walked over with us.
Okay, and that's
Logan.
Logan?
Mm-hmm.
Is it M-A-D-D-I-E?
Her real name is Madison, though, I believe.
Okay. So you guys all walked over to, you were there about 8:30. Okay. Were you guys all pretty much together or just kind of mingling throughout the house and sitting there?
We were all pretty much together, and then Maddie left to go to the club with Kaylee. And then I was with Ethan and Xana most of the night, but then one of my friends came. Her name's Steve, and I hung out with her the rest of the night.
Okay. And who was that?
Her name's Yes.
Can you spell it for me? Okay. And his last name?
I don't know how to pronounce it, and her full name is bigger than that.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have a phone number for her?
Yeah.
It's on your phone. Okay, we can get that in a minute. Okay, so you were with, and at that point, Ethan and Xana were just kind of hanging out still at the house? Okay.
And then I went to our other friend's house.
Okay. What time was that at?
I don't know, maybe like 12-ish. But that could be wrong.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
And where's that house?
It's just like up the street. I don't know that address.
Okay, up the street from.
Simacai,
Okay.
kind of.
So you guys are at Simacai, so you're walking back towards.
We're walking back towards my house, and then went up this way.
So like when you got to Taylor Street, you went up. So if you walked all the way from Sigma News.
Or
Simacai, sorry.
Yeah. You know the apartments, the Whites?
Yep, I know the Whites.
It's like that street, that way.
So on Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know roughly where on Taylor? Or does she live maybe in one of the other off streets?
It's on Taylor, but it's like one of the end houses by the intersection. I don't know how to explain it.
Alright. And whose house is it that you went to?
It's, and I don't know if their other roommate.
And okay. All right. So you're at this house. How long were you here?
Maybe like 40 minutes.
Okay.
And then I left by myself and went back to my house.
So you walked home maybe around 1-ish?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you see when you got home?
We're sitting on the couch watching Vampire Diaries. No one else was home yet.
Okay. And is another roommate or what's last name?
She's a Bethany.
Oh, okay. And
I actually don't remember her last name.
that's fine. And is live with you guys too, or just with
She's
you?
a friend.
Okay.
And then she left.
Do you know what time she left at?
No.
But you were all watching.
Vampire Diaries.
Okay. And anything happened during that time period?
We were just hanging out.
Okay. Do you know who else was in the house at that time?
No one.
No one? Just the three of you? Okay. So, let's go a little bit more then. What happened next?
Maddie and Kaylee came home from the club. Left.
Maddie and who?
Kaylee.
Kaylee? Okay. And they got home from the club. You know what time that might have been?
I think I told one of the cops that was talking to me at the house, like, better times.
It's okay.
I don't really remember right now. Maybe like
Okay.
2 something, 1.
So if you got home around 1, that would have put them
Like
getting home.
1:45, 2, something like that.
So near bar break? If you had to guess?
Right?
Like near bar break?
What does that mean?
Bars normally close at 2 o'clock here.
Oh, yeah. They went to Grub Truck after, so I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay. What did you do after that, after Maddie and Kaylee got home?
We all hung out in Kaylee's room for a little. And talked, and then Maddie and I took Murphy out to pee, the dog. And then I said I was going to go to bed because I was tired. And she said she was going to go to bed too. And then I went to my room. I was going to sleep. And she came and knocked and asked if I had Murphy. And I said no. And then I went to bed.
Okay. So what time did you think you took Murphy out?
Like 3 to 30.
2:30 to 3?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you normally take Murphy to go to the bathroom?
Just the back door. Kitchen.
So which one is 1122? So if I'm coming up King Road off of Taylor,
It's the big white house up there.
all the way to the very top on the right?
Well, it's technically on Queen, but the address is King.
Okay. So is it the one that's tucked back as you're going up to 500 Clean Road? Those big apartments? It's kind of
Yeah.
tucked back just a little bit?
Mhm.
Okay. So you normally go out the back deck then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I know how Cheshire then. Okay. So you go there. You and Maddie take the dog out.
Mhm.
And then how long do you think that took?
I was out there for maybe like 10 seconds.
Okay. Okay. So then you both come back in. So you and Maddie both
I
come
came
back
in
in.
before she did.
Okay. Did Maddie still have the dog then?
Yes, I think so.
So you went out for a little bit, came back in. Do you know what time Maddie came back in?
Mm-mm.
And you went straight to bed when you came back in?
Mhm.
Okay. How long after you went to bed do you think Maddie came back?
Actually, I came in, grabbed some chips into my room, and watched the show for a little, And then I went to bed.
What were you watching?
It's called Baby Daddy.
How long do you think you watched it?
Maybe like 30 minutes.
So one episode maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like a half.
Okay. And did Maddie come in during that show or after?
She just knocked on my door, I think, during and asked if I had Murphy. I said no.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
I just went to bed. And then I woke up and I was like half asleep and I just thought I saw like a firework or something. Like it just sparkled like under my door. And I thought I heard like something kind of fall. And then Murphy barked and I thought people were just making like food, like, and Ethan was here or something and knocked something over because he's usually loud in the kitchen upstairs.
Okay. So what do you mean by you heard a firework?
It sounded like a little firework and then there was like a spark. I went by my, like, I'm on the bottom floor.
Okay.
And so it kind of looked like it came down there, but I don't know.
So she's saying that spark, or like a firecracker thing or whatever, the light, it seemed like it came from her floor, which is the first floor. And that's why I said in that one video, I wonder if they didn't come in to the back door, which is hardly ever talked about on the first floor. Again, it could be, and that's what points to people that knew the fucking house, because even if they came in the sliding door, they would know, because I'm pretty sure what Kaylee had, the scar on her mouth, and it had the lines, it's from a golf club. And a person would have to know that house very well and know what's in that house. Know that there's golf clubs there. And even if they came in the sliding door on the second floor and went down, again, in one of my videos, I stated that popping, what sounded like a fireworks, could be when they were taking the golf club out, they might have hit the light bulb. I would like to know if that light bulb was broken, because that does kind of make sense. That pop, and then you know how that light flashes when you break a light. It could have happened in that room, or it could have happened walking out of that room in a hallway light, and just not being careful and knocking out a light. And that could have been the flash. Anyway.
And so is Murphy your dog?
Kaylee's dog.
Kaylee's dog?
Kaylee and her ex-boyfriend's dog.
Okay. So you heard Murphy bark right after you heard what you thought was a firecracker?
Yeah, something like that, but he like, I don't know, dogs bark at random things. And sometimes when he's happy, he'll bark.
Mm-hmm. It didn't sound like an angry growl or anything like that, just a bark?
I don't really know, I was like half asleep.
Okay.
It just sounded like bark.
So, hear the firework, kind of see a spark underneath the door, Murphy barks. What'd you hear after that?
Pretty much nothing. That's it.
Okay. And you thought maybe someone was just in the kitchen at that point?
Yeah, just like someone accidentally fell into the table or something.
Okay.
And she was like with Murphy.
Do you know about what time that might have been? Do you have any
Like
idea?
4 or something. I tried to call all of them at like 4:20ish around that time, and no one was answering. I thought they just went to bed or something.
Okay. What happened after that?
And called me. She said she thinks she saw someone. And I didn't know, like, really what to think of it, because sometimes we think we hear things a lot in the house, but But she came, I told her to come to my room, and she could sleep with me, and we could lock the door, just stay in there just in case if there was anything, and that's all I know. And then fell back asleep.
You didn't hear anything else?
Mm-mm.
Okay. No one else talking?
I didn't hear something.
Okay. Did you make it to your room then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What time do you think she got in your room?
Around like 4:20, 4:30.
Okay, about the same time.
Yeah.
Where's her room located to yours?
I'm the only one on the bottom floor, right by the front door.
Okay.
And then you go up the stairs, and it's Vanna's room, and Vanna's room, the kitchen, and then upstairs is Matt and Kate's.
Okay. And where's Mojo?
Right by the kitchen.
Right by the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And did she say anything to you when she got into your room?
She said she thought she saw a man, but I didn't know what to think of it. I was like still half asleep, and I was like, I didn't know what to, I don't know.
Okay.
It didn't sound like I didn't hear screams, I didn't hear anything. I didn't really know.
Okay. Okay. But notice that she didn't say anything more than she just saw someone.
Yeah, that's all I remember her saying.
So your bed then, if I'm looking at the right house, you have a parking lot, front door, and your bedroom's just to the right? Okay. And that's where you slept from by the time you finally got into your room around 4-ish or so. Actually before that.
Mm-hmm. So like 3 something.
Yeah. So you were in there sleeping. Okay. Dylan got to your room maybe somewhere around 4:20-ish, but Dylan was already home at that point. You knew that Maddie and Kaylee were home. Do you know when anyone else in the house got home?
I don't know when Xana or Ethan got home. I didn't hear them come in or anything.
Okay. Okay. And the last time you saw Xana and Ethan was at the Sigma guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, did you see anything weird at the party?
Just normal.
Okay. And since how the wedding are set up, were everyone hanging out primarily up in the main common room area, or were most people hanging out in individual rooms and stuff like that?
It was a little bit of a mixture at first. It was in the like apartments, and then it was the main room.
Okay.
And then as I was leaving, I wanted to grab a backpack from our friend's room, and Xana and Ethan were sitting on the couch just listening to music.
Okay. And that was up in the main room, or that was in
I was in an apartment.
That was in an apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you hear of anything that happened to anybody?
Mm-mm.
Was there anyone strange or odd hanging around the party?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you know of anybody in your house that has an issue with anyone? Any ex-boyfriends? Anything like that?
Mm-mm. All their ex-boyfriends were really nice, and they still are good friends.
Okay. Have you ever had any of your roommates complain about anyone stalking them?
Mm-mm. Once though, Kaylee said when everyone was like gone, me and were at the sorority house for a meeting, and it was only Kaylee, and she was taking Murphy out to pee. This was a while ago. And she said she swears she saw someone staring at her while she was taking the dog out to pee from the
Remember how long
backyard.
ago that was?
Maybe like a month. She could see like a man silhouette like staring at her.
You think it was about a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
Did Katie have any issues with anyone?
Mm-hmm.
None of them have made any comments or statements of anyone trying to come onto them or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
And you said that all of the ex-boyfriends and that, they're all normally, they're very nice and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of them fairly recent breakups?
One, but
Well, just every little bit. Can you give me a little information on that one?
his name's. He lives.
Okay. Where's
Down the street.
on Taylor?
On King, I think.
Okay.
And he and Kaylee share Murphy,
Okay.
and they dated for 7 years.
And that's in Kaylee?
Mm-hmm. Or something like that.
And they did it for 7 years?
Something like that. Since high school. Their families are really close too.
Okay. And they shared Murphy?
Mm-hmm. I think.
Okay. How long did they break up?
Maybe like 3 months or something. But they're still on really good terms.
Do you know why they broke up?
She was gonna move to Texas.
Where's Kaylee?
And that kind of gets to me a little bit because, we were hearing that they broke up a couple of weeks beforehand and everything. Then it comes out, no, they've been broken up for 3 months. Well, that isn't because she was moving to Texas that they break up 3 months beforehand. I mean, there was something going on there, and it's almost like they don't want to say, and that's that bothers me. That bothers me. It's like they don't want to say why they broke up. Oh, they're because she was moving to Texas. Oh, fucking, that's bullshit, people. That's I'm sorry, that's bullshit. Especially if it was 3 months before. It wasn't because she was going to fucking Texas. And the stuff that we're hearing is that she had a guy over there. So I don't know. Anyway, I am looking for something else, and I'm having a hard time finding it. I might have to use something else because I did. I'll get into that here after this. This is almost over here.
Where is
Cornwall.
Okay. Okay. You said that they're still on good terms, they're still talking to
Very
each
good
other?
terms, yeah.
Okay. Has Kaylee been seeing anyone else lately?
Not really that I know of.
No, oh, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. We all know this. That's a big problem with me.
You said that they're still on good terms, they're still talking to
Very
each
good
other?
terms, yeah.
Okay. Has Kaylee been seeing anyone else lately?
Not really that I know of.
No, fucking bullshit. Bullshit. They knew that she had. I can sit here and name 3 different fucking people. Come on.
Do you know when she was going to move to Texas?
After this was. But then apparently she wasn't going
Possibly,
to.
Rabbit. Very possible.
Do you know what changed your mind?
I think she wanted to stay here with all of us.
Okay. there anything else you think is important for me to know? And you might remember things later. That's very normal, okay? If you think you remember anything else, please reach back out to us and bring me back in and we'll get that information, okay?
What's
We'll go back to my notes real quick before we go, okay?
Oh God, Sally, I'm so sorry.
Okay. And you don't remember Kaylee's last name?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez?
Yeah, Gonzalez.
Okay, can you spell it for me?
I don't know how to spell it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I very much thank you for sitting down with me, okay? I'm going to take you back to the other room, so you can be with your friend, all right? You sure there's nothing else?
Okay, well, there are some things that bother me about that. And first, I want to say to Sally out there who lost her boyfriend of 15 years, I'm really sorry. And yeah, that's got to be very, very hard. I've lost people that I've been with, and it is really, really hard. And I'm really, really sorry, Sally. Um, as far as this Bethany interview, I believe her a lot more than I do Dylan. But there's some things that bother me, like she doesn't know if Kaylee was fucking somebody else or, dating anybody. Well, like I said, I can name like 3 people right now. You know what I mean? And you look through the documents, you start seeing this shit. And to me, let's just say she was having fun without Jack. Let's just say that. And it's in the documents. So I don't know why she was trying to hide that fact. That bothers me a little bit. Otherwise, I think she was being pretty honest, but and I think her tears were genuine. I think her crying was genuine. I don't think if they didn't bring her back in, they had to have talked to her again because of the grand jury. And, I would like to have seen Jezebel and Bethany more interrogated and not just ask questions. I can see maybe not at that particular time. That was the day of, and it was, 3:00 in the afternoon. So I can see why the police officer just asked the question. Like, who was that Baker or somebody? I didn't even look to see. That's what I think of that interview. I think she's a lot more genuine than Jazz was, and I think she might have more information. I think there might be some information that might have helped Brian. I don't know about the exculpatory part, but I think it might have helped him. I ran across the video last night. I just thought, I don't do this very often because I don't like to do it. I don't like to do it. And that's gray hues. And I'm sure everybody here knows gray hues. But I went in and watched the video. And it verifies, and he doesn't even know it, which is funny, which made me laugh because he didn't even know it verifies exactly what I'm saying. And I went and looked, and I was trying to find um, my video of that, and I just didn't have time because I didn't think of it until just now instead of before the show. um, and I don't know if I dare show his shit because he might get me with a copyright thing. Um, but I'm going to see if I can't find what I'm looking for here. Um, oh, come on here. There we go. Yeah, I think this is where he's explaining it. Okay, and let me see. Um, maybe not. Uh, maybe this isn't the one. I'm going to take a look at this real quick. It's either this one or the other one. But it's interesting because it does support my theory. And let me see if it's this one. Oops. Oh, what the hell? Oh my God. Okay, let's see if this is the one here. Yeah, this might be it. Let me look. Okay, I gotta see. Anyway, here's what I want you to look for. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna show you shit. Um, here's what I want you. If you want to go watch one of his videos, and what it does is it shows the lights in 1119, and you can see Kohlberger, and he's into the whole Kohlberger thing, guilty thing. But um, he shows what he does show, and he doesn't even realize it, is that he shows Molly's car, the DoorDash driver's car, coming, and you can see the light, right? And he says, "Oh, it stops in front of the house for a few seconds." He didn't even realize what he was saying. Because what did I say? I said, I bet they stopped in front of the fucking house and dropped off those three. And it shows in the lights in that window of 1119 that car stopping in front of it. It wasn't because she couldn't see. It was because it wasn't because she couldn't see the numbers. Trust me on that one. She knew exactly where that house was. People, come on, come on. She's lived there like forever, and yet Brian Koberg's lived there for 3 months, and he knows exactly where to buzz around and everything. She knew that fucking house. Trust me. And DoorDash, you mean, oh, they've never ordered DoorDash before? You've never driven there before? Really? I'm telling you. And he's the one that points it out. Oh, they stopped in front of 1122. Of course they did. And now I'm going to stick with my theory. Okay. I'm going to stick with that Gage Forsberg, Jonah Chapin, Jimmy Mackey, and Molly were very heavily involved in this. What frats are involved, I take your guess. Take your pick. Take your pick, people. But I'm going to say this. What's coming on Ouact, Once Upon a Crime Time, either tomorrow night or Sunday night or coming up soon. And some people might not like this. But we're going to have a celebration of life for the four victims. And then it's over. Brian did not, and I repeat, did not appeal. We can sit here for months, maybe years, and talk every day about this case. Come up with new theories and new this and new that, and it's going fucking nowhere, people. All these channels out there are spinning their wheels. And I don't want to be a wheel spinner. This case, right now, as of now, is over. And until something happens, until Brian does, am I saying Brian is guilty? He might be to a certain extent. I don't think he is the red rummer, but he might have had a part or he was set up. Either way, he's taken the fall for it. He could have been threatened. Yes, he could have been. But what are we supposed to do? Spin our wheels for the next 10 years on this? At some point, and I wish all creators would just say enough is enough and let these four fucking rest in peace. It's affecting my spirituality and their spirituality. I think it's time that we let go. And we're going to do one more show, and it's going to be a celebration of life for each of those students. Those beautiful students over the last almost 3 years that we've gotten to know really well. And then I'm done spinning wheels. I'm moving on to different cases. Who's got horrible high-pitched feedback noise? Me? Who, I do? I have a high-pitched, horrible noise? Is anybody else getting that? Yeah, I don't know what that could have been. Really? Nothing running in the background or anything. But could you hear what I was saying? I hope you could hear what I was saying. Um, it's loud. Okay, that I can fix. That I can fix. Okay, is this a little better? I hope this is a little better. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna move on from this, and you know, my investigators, they're ready to move on because we just don't want to spin our wheels anymore. Spiritually, it's just I don't feel right about it. I don't feel right about dragging this on. Um, there's been too much pain, and if something really new comes out, like Brian, and maybe his case gets picked up by the Innocence Project or something like that, which I've heard the rumors. But until then, we could sit here and go over this stuff over and over and over, and it's just ridiculous. And I wish all the channels would just say enough is enough and let's move on. And I don't know if they're just doing it for clicks and views and blah blah blah. I don't know, but that stuff isn't important to me. What's important to me right now is letting go and let these poor kids rest in peace. My God, it's just too much. It's too much. And if the others want to keep it going, that's their prerogative. It's their channels. They can keep it going. I just think there's justice for others out there too. There's so much crime in this country that we could go on and on and on and on and on. And I watched this case last night that happened in Minnesota 25 years ago. And in 2021, it finally got solved. And it was really a huge case. And I remember when it went down and everything. But there's cases out there that justice has to be done for them too. And right now we have nothing. Nobody has anything. You can go watch any of the channels and they have shit. They don't have anything, and neither do I. It doesn't make sense. And it's just time to let these poor kids rest in peace. And that's my thoughts for tonight, people. Let these poor kids rest in peace. Because the more we talk about them, I mean, if you're into spiritual reality at all, you know it isn't right. We can't keep it going. We can't. It's time for everybody to stop. That's my opinion. Anyway, you still hearing high-pitched squeal? Maybe this mic might be a little touchier than I think. So let me do this. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Is that a little better? Is there a high-pitched squeal? It might be really, really high. Let me make sure this is the mic that is working here. Check. Yeah, it's the mic. Yes, exactly, Barber Cat. there are other cases that need attention. And I feel like that we're failing other people. Randy. Well, at least it isn't November. And they're out there wandering on. Anyway, that's what I have for tonight. And me and my grandson are going to go out and eat. And I see the sun breaking. Oh, finally. The last couple of days have been rugged, rainy, and cold. Um, anyway, that's what I have for you tonight. I love you all very much, and I hope you guys don't get mad at me for uh, for doing this. I hope you look forward to the celebration of life of each of these kids because they deserve it. They deserve a celebration of their life, not to keep dragging it on. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do one more celebration of life for them. And that's the way we're going to end it. To everybody, I love you very much. You're all of you are my heart and soul. And until next time, rock and roll.